Here is a list of the most used employees' affirmations to keep doing the tasks at work. If you want to read them all, visit magicaffirmations.org. I know not all that may be coming, but be it what it will, I'll go to it laughing. The sun himself is weak when he first rises, and gathers strength and courage as the day gets on. How wonderful it is that nobody need wait a single moment before starting to improve the world. Oh yes, the past can hurt. But you can either run from it, or learn from it. If I had 9 hours to chop down a tree, I'd spend the first 6 sharpening my axe. The mind is its own place, and in itself can make a heaven of hell, a hell of heaven. Intelligence is the ability to adapt to change. Leaders can let you fail and yet not let you be a failure. Would I rather be feared or loved? Easy. Both. I want people to be afraid of how much they love me. The question isn't who's going to let me, it's who is going to stop me. Kid, there are heroes and there are legends. Heroes get remembered, but legends never die. Follow your heart, kid, and you'll never go wrong. Talent wins games, but teamwork and intelligence wins championships. There will be little rubs and disappointments everywhere, and we are all apt to expect too much. But then, if one scheme of happiness fails, human nature turns to another. If the first calculation is wrong, we make a second better. We find comfort somewhere. Fight till the last gasp. Do or do not. There is no try. Be men, or be more than men. Be steady to your purposes and firm as a rock. This ice is not made of such stuff as your hearts may be. It is mutable and cannot withstand you if you say that it shall not. Always be a first-rate version of yourself, instead of a second-rate version of somebody else. The only way to achieve the impossible is to believe it is possible. Man is only truly great when he acts from the passions, never irresistible but when he appeals to the imagination. When we strive to become better than we are, everything around us becomes better too. We must believe that we are gifted for something and that this thing must be attained. Intelligence without ambition is a bird without wings. If something is wrong, fix it now. But train yourself not to worry, worry fixes nothing. Life's like a movie, write your own ending. Keep believing, keep pretending. Don't judge each day by the harvest you reap, but by the seeds that you plant. You have brains in your head. You have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose. You're on your own. And you know what you know. And you are the one who'll decide where to go. Sometimes the fall kills you. And sometimes, when you fall, you fly. For artists, scientists, inventors, schoolchildren, and the rest of us, intrinsic motivation, the drive to do something because it is interesting, challenging, and absorbing, is essential for high levels of creativity. In matters of style, swim with the current. In matters of principle, stand like a rock. Do what you do so well that they will want to see it again and bring their friend. So many things are possible just as long as you don't know they're impossible. Everything should be made as simple as possible but not simpler. Innovation distinguishes from a leader and a follower. The moment you doubt whether you can fly, you cease forever to be able to do it. Everything you've ever wanted is on the other side of fear. I can't go back to yesterday because I was a different person then. The world you desire can be won. It exists, it is real, it is possible, it's yours. There is only one way to avoid criticism. Do nothing. Be nothing. Say nothing. It is not the spoon that bends, it is only yourself. Quality is job one. Write it. Shoot it. Publish it. Crochet it, sauté it, whatever. Make. The best way out is always through. It isn't the mountains ahead to climb that wear you out, it's the pebble in your shoe. If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more and become more, you are a leader. Speak softly and carry a big stick. Don't go around saying the world owes you a living. The world owes you nothing. It was here first. It's life. You don't figure it out. You just climb up on the beast and ride. There's zero correlation between being the best talker and having the best ideas. Unless someone like you care a whole awful lot, nothing is going to get better, it's not. A proud heart can survive general failure because such a failure does not prick its pride. It is more difficult and more bitter when a man fails alone. You will never plow a field if you only turn it over in your mind. Ignorance and fear are but matters of the mind, and the mind is adaptable. Those who don't believe in magic will never find it. Someone, at some point, came up with this very bad idea that an ordinary individual couldn't make a difference in the world. I think that's just a horrible thing. Imitation is suicide. If you hire people just because they can do a job, they'll work for your money. But if you hire people who believe what you believe, they'll work for you with blood and sweat and tears. Real courage is when you know you're licked before you begin, but you begin anyway and see it through no matter what. Genius is born, not paid. Very often, a change of self is needed more than a change of scene. The answer to the great question of life, the universe and everything, is 42. Opportunity is missed by most people because it is dressed in overalls and looks like work. I've learned about the poetry and the wisdom and the grace that can be found in the words of people all around us when we simply take the time to listen. It is by going down into the abyss that we recover the treasures of life. Where you stumble, there lies your treasure. Follow your passion, stay true to yourself. Never follow someone else's path unless you're in the woods and you're lost and you see a path, then by all means you should follow that. It's easy to solve a problem that everyone sees, but it's hard to solve a problem that almost no one sees. Learning never exhausts the mind. If you're alive, you're a creative person. My mother said to me, if you are a soldier, you will become a general. If you are a monk, you will become the Pope. Instead, I was a painter and became Picasso. The power of imagination makes us infinite. Luck is a matter of preparation meeting opportunity. Never ruin an apology with an excuse. Motivation is the art of getting people to do what you want them to do because they want to do it. There are no two words in the English language more harmful than good job. Don't persuade, defend or interrupt. Be curious, be conversational, be real. And listen. The secret of health for both mind and body is not to mourn for the past, not to worry about the future, or not to anticipate troubles, but to live in the present moment wisely and earnestly. Failure is the condiment that gives success its flavor. If you have built castles in the air, your work need not be lost, that is where they should be. Now put foundations under them. As long as they are well-intentioned, mistakes are not a matter for shame, but for learning. I am not a product of my circumstances. I am a product of my decisions. You can't wait for inspiration. You have to go after it with a club. If we can challenge convention, we can solve any problem. Big jobs usually go to the men who prove their ability to outgrow small ones. In every job that must be done, there is an element of fun. You find the fun, and, snap, the job's a game. If you hit the target every time, it's too near or too big. Always remember that you are absolutely unique. Just like everyone else. You can't change how people treat you or what they say about you. All you can do is change how you react to it. We can easily forgive a child who is afraid of the dark. The real tragedy of life is when men are afraid of the light. Learn from the mistakes of others. You can't live long enough to make them all yourselves. What I love most about rivers is, you can't step in the same river twice. Strength shows not only in the ability to persist, but in the ability to start over. It's time to try defying gravity. I have been bent and broken, but, I hope, into a better shape. Goonies never say die. If you light a lamp for someone else, it will also brighten your path. Tough times never last, but tough people do. I would visualize things coming to me. It would just make me feel better. Get more affirmations on magicaffirmations.org. Please don't forget to subscribe.